Okay, why did I start off like that? I'm here on another walk for another life update. 2 days after my last update video. I've come to a trail that's near where I live. No one's really here whenever I'm here, so it's quite nice. It could be a nice place for me to film some more videos because people do obviously walk past every now and then, but most of the times you can just kind of walk around by yourself, which is really, really nice, especially in my lifelong quest to be around less people. So this might be a nice new filming location for me. It's actually really therapeutic and like grounding as well. I first found out about this trail in 2020 during COVID. We were locked down and I just started going on walks just for like my own peace and to escape being at home all the time, and it was really, really nice. And I found this trail just by chance, but actually walking around my area because I never really explored my area before besides like the main parks that I knew of. So this trail is phenomenally beautiful. Okay, and I'm very happy I found out about it just through actually getting out of my own way, walking around and exploring a little bit more. It's kind of next to a highway, but as I get further and further in, it should be I can't breathe and walk at the same time. As I get further and further in, it should get a bit quieter. So I'm happy to walk and talk. I have quite a few things I wanted to share, so I just thought it'd be nice to get out my camera. No one's here for real, Should I go the other way? Should I go this way? I'll go this way, then I'll go the other way. And no one's here, so maybe I should slow it down, walk a little bit slower. But this is such a nice place for me to like document. It's like I'm in a forest in the middle of nowhere. I don't know, it's just really nice. But yeah, I had lots of things on my mind, and I thought since I've been in the habit of making these videos, it's actually been really therapeutic for me to just walk and talk. And also when I look back at this in the future, it'll be so cool to see where my mind was at and how much I would have changed and evolved throughout that time. This is so pretty. Should I sit down? There's a chair here. I can sit down or should I keep walking? This is hard. Should I walk or should I sit down? Okay, I've already decided. So my last video was talking about me making this new schedule and having a whole week planned, and the things that I wanted to do to be more productive and try and find work a lot sooner. So that plan has like shifted slightly as expected. I think I mentioned that in my last video as well, but I keep changing my plan. So I've changed it, but this time I'm gonna stick to it. My plan is now to look for social media work Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, and on Wednesday evenings I want to focus on either BWhip or upcycle. So I'm going to alternate which one I work on each week. Then Thursday is going to be my Instagram day. Friday is going to be my YouTube day for filming and or editing videos, and the weekend is for goddamn rest. So the plan sounds very similar to my last plan, but the difference is I'm now focusing only on social media roles instead of retail roles, because guys, can I tell you the truth? One of the biggest blocks that I've been facing lately is the idea of me feeling like I have to work in retail in order for me to progress or to start like making moves or to like go anywhere. But I know I have so much more skills for that. Previously, obviously, same story, I was applying for charity work. Before that I was studying, so I wanted to get into tech, then I changed my mind. And the idea of me doing social media work is a lot more realistic now, because not only do I have some experience from BWhip, I also have experience from upcycle. So I have two, brands that I'm helping out on their social media. I can update my portfolio. I'm also making my own content for Instagram, so I can update my portfolio with my own stuff as well, which I have done in the past, but now that I have a lot more designs, it's going to look a lot better. So I'm hoping that my portfolio is really is good enough for me to find some kind of entry-level social media role. I do have experience scheduling content as well as making content, collaborating, talking about ideas on strategy for the brands. Like, I have all this experience that I've been building up over the last few years. It's really nice to know that I'm safe at home right now. I don't take any of it for granted. I was always very good at getting work, but in terms of like starting a new career, figuring out what that is, wanting to ideally work for myself in the ways that I want to, it's going to take quite a bit of time of building and trial and error, and I'm willing to do, you know, whatever it takes to eventually find a life that makes me happy and fulfilled each and every day. And that's gonna be a journey. What do they call it? It's gonna be a marathon, not a sprint. So that is my latest version of the plan, and I might get up and walk a bit more because my hand really hurts from holding my phone like this. So let's get up and walk, and then I can talk about the other thing that was on my mind. Oh, so nice. I am definitely gonna come back here though. I'm definitely gonna come back here. Let me show you. Oh my god, my hand. Let me show you what it looks like. This is just like obviously a part of the trail. It's not like just staring at trees and bushes is like the best thing ever, but it's part of the trail. So let's keep walking. Oh my god, my hand. Let's keep walking and talking, and I will probably show you some more of the trail as we keep going. Whoa, look at that. Look at that. Can we check out the view? Okay, so this is so much fun. Guys, if you want to be a YouTuber or if you don't, either way, you should pick up a camera and film yourself because it's so much fun. I'm not even joking. Like, just film yourself talking for like even 5 minutes or 10 minutes, because you honestly do figure out so much more about yourself in terms of like who you are, maybe how you come across. If you wanted to practice like interviewing for a job, it's good to record yourself as well. It's just really worthwhile. Do it. Do it. Do it. It's like the most fun thing ever. Like, I could do this forever. I'm not even kidding. This is so much fun. Okay, there's still somebody over there, so I might stop talking for a second. Oh god, gross. Okay, there was poo on the floor, so that's why I ran off like that. But I might stop filming myself temporarily, or I might try and make it look like I'm actually on my phone, I don't know, playing a game or something. So let's see how this goes. I can't go this. Can I go this way? Oh, let's try. I don't remember what's down there. This isn't the way I was supposed to go. This is so pretty. Could I have one day without extra noise when I'm filming outside? Oh wait, if I do it through the bars like this. Okay, so it's time to walk because people are staring at me. Let's keep going. Oh man. I mean, I could walk here. This isn't where I was planning to walk originally, but oh, should I go down there? Okay, I don't know where to go. This is actually so pretty. Okay, I might go the other way next time. I don't know how much I want to say, but if I'm talking and I see a bunch of people, I might go the other way. It's totally fine. Let me get past this boat first, and then I will start talking. Oh, I can go even that way too. Oh my gosh, there's actually a million ways to go. I need to walk here a lot more often, because when I eventually move out, I'm gonna miss this trail. I'm gonna miss the park. Actually, no one's even gonna hear me from the boat, are they? So, look, I don't think they're gonna hear me. Oh, someone's walking there. Oh my gosh, it's so dark. Sup, bro? Oh, you ain't got nothing to say? I'm actually kind of scared of the duck at the same time, low key. Why is it like just standing here like? Why isn't it going inside the water? What happens? The duck is unbothered by life. We should all be like you, Mr. Duck or Mrs. Duck. I feel like the duck's looking into my soul. That looks pretty sick. Okay, let me start talking. There you go. Okay, before I chicken out, I'm just gonna start filming myself. Someone walked past me and they're gone now. I think more people are behind me, to be fair. What should I do? Wait for this guy to be further away so I can start talking. He's jogging kind of slowly, So yesterday was my 30th birthday, and I had a lot of thoughts and feelings about turning 30 that I wanted to share with the internet, because why not? So my birthday was on Thursday, and Wednesday evening I was feeling low-key depressed because I'm just not where I want to be in life, which I've said before, and I know that I can go further. I'm in this weird transitional phase, not just of like careers but of life in general. Okay, there's somebody else coming towards me. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled programming. Yeah, I had a lot of thoughts about turning 30. I'm not where I want to be in life, but I do have lots of hope that my life can improve over the next few years, which I'm really grateful for. I'm not in a place of feeling hopeless and feeling like nothing's ever going to get better and this is my life and I'm going to be here forever. I just feel like I'm very aware that I'm not where I want to be in life right now, but I know I can eventually get to a better place, mentally, physically, as well as my day-to-day, just life in general. So I'm very happy about that, and I'm very proud of myself and how far I've come in life. Like, I wanted to work in film and TV from a young age. I eventually did that. I always wanted to go on holiday. I wanted to move out one day. Those things were things that I never thought would happen for me until I was a lot older in life, and I was able to do those as well. I didn't necessarily grow up going on family holidays or family trips, so until you start doing things and experiencing things, you kind of feel like it might not happen for you, which is definitely how I felt. This is nice. But I'm very happy that I was able to prove to myself that I could do hard things, I could achieve some of my goals. I'm very proud and content with who I'm becoming. So that's really important, because you don't want to go through your life not liking who you are or being miserable about things that you didn't do, you didn't try. That's why it's so important for me now to be as creative as I can be and try and do what I can to eventually be in a position where I can work for myself again, but live life and do things in the way that I want to, not me being told what to do by a job or being as part of like a system or having a manager that treats everybody like crap. Like, I've experienced that enough in retail. Whoop. Okay, so I've experienced that enough in retail. I don't want to keep going through that. I've also experienced that in the industry as well. Like, not always working with people that value you or understand you. And it's very important that I have more freedom. Oh, I know where I am. No, I don't. Anyway, it's very important I have more freedom in life moving forward. So that's what I'm excited for. This is actually really pretty. I know it's the same thing that I filmed before, but now we're also seeing a bridge. Yeah, I'm very proud of how far I've come in life and how I feel about myself now versus when I was like entering my 20s. I was very unsure. I was extremely insecure. I was I don't know if I was questioning my... Oh my gosh, there's someone else coming. Basically, in summary, I'm bisexual. But basically, see, I have to say it with an accent because I can't say it seriously. But anyway, I was in my 20s. I always liked guys and girls, but I grew up in a Christian family, so I never really experienced any queer people in my family or anywhere in school or growing up. So I always just kind of assumed that, okay, maybe I just like guys and that's how it has to be. But from a very young age, I liked both genders, and I thought it was I just thought it was cool. I liked both people and I was like, okay, cool, whatever. But growing up, I then started to like block myself off a lot more from like truly expressing myself in that way and being honest to myself with who I truly am. Okay, someone else is running this way, so let's go this way. So I'm saying that all to say it is important as you grow up and you figure out who you are to just be honest with yourself, have conversations with yourself, be open, learn more about yourself as you get older. Like, I know definitely who I am right now. In the future I might be a different person and have different goals, but currently this is who I am and I'm very happy with that. Oh, should I go down the stairs? Where the hell am I? Okay. But I think I went on a wild tangent. Yeah, I'm saying that to say in my 20s, I didn't know who I was. I wasn't open with my sexuality. I was closed off. I was insecure. I put work over everything else. Where am I? I put work over everything, so I was focusing on building my career, being able to like do more for myself. I've always been very ambitious, extremely ambitious person. Oh, let me see what's down here 1 second. Do not die. Do not die. I should have stayed down here. I love echoes. That's actually a sick picture. Wait. There's another boat. I'm so scared, even though I'm like, get a camera, film yourself. I'm like questioning every step of the way. Oh my god, it's a sunken boat. No freaking way. This is like the Uncharted game where he's on the boat, right? Or he's like climb onto the boat at the start of the game and then, I don't know, it breaks. Jeez. My 20s, and I'm sure a lot of you guys' 20s as well, are all about figuring out who you are and going through the motions. And I thought in the future I would, have a partner, be able to like move out and have all that stuff figured out from all the work I was doing in my 20s. But what actually ended up happening was that I focused on my career. And obviously when you work in film and TV, you're working lots of long hours on your weekends. At least for me, I just wanted to relax. I wasn't always thinking about going out and trying to meet new people. I was very happy with like my close social circle as it was at the time. When I was able to move out, which was quite early on in my career, I moved out and then I was in that cycle of working, looking for work, working, all that stuff. So that was pretty much what my whole life was in my 20s. Before that I was working in retail. So my 20s were literally all about me starting to work and then trying to like get into the job I wanted and then trying to continuously work in that field and get better and progress. And it made me quite unhappy. Work is important, but when you're doing something that you have wanted to do for a long time and you find out what it's like, and when you realize you're losing yourself along the way of doing that, it's not great. I don't have any regrets about working in film and TV. It's what I always wanted to do, but I do regret not looking after myself and prioritizing my mental health, my physical health, and my life outside of what I was doing for work, because that really took a toll on me. And it was only when I left the industry I was able to truly think about how my life had become and reflect and realize that I wanted to change so many things about myself and how I worked and what I valued and what my boundaries were moving forward. So that's the journey that I'm on now, and I found so much peace in the quiet times, in times where I've been by myself, when I used to live out of my childhood home, now also being back in my childhood home, journaling, reflecting, thinking about my life so far and what I want to change. And it's honestly been like the most healing thing that I could have ever gone through in my life. That's why I'm so grateful for me changing careers. It's been the most transformative time of my entire life. These past few years of being unsure about what I'm doing, but trying to like work on my body, having better mental health and clarity is what I've been all about. Let me film this duck. get some B-roll. Oh. So what people hear me talking about my journey? This is my life. As long as people don't think I'm filming them and not me, then it's fine. Anyways, I don't remember where I was. My train of thoughts gone, but I'm essentially very grateful for this journey. And as I turned 30, I've realized just how many more things I've gained and learned about myself, rather than me just being caught up on the fact that I'm not where I want to be in life. Because there's so many expectations placed on us, especially women, where we're meant to like have the perfect relationship, have children, be settling down, thinking about buying a house. I'm just thinking, what generation have these rules and ideologies come from? Because ain't no one buying a house without any money. So, and all the other things, yeah, that all these things we're meant to have done, or there's pressure on us to have done by our 30s, they're just unrealistic expectations. Like the reality of actually having done any of those things, let alone all of them, is a lot. Like those are all big life changes. Having children is a big life change. Having a stable partner and being able to move out into like your first home together with your partner, all these things are very giant things in life. So if we haven't done them all by 30, that's totally fine. Like, you're winning at any stage of your life if you're happy with what you're doing or what you're working towards. That's how I'm gonna live life, because I need to believe in something. Okay. Yeah, I was feeling very sad the evening before my birthday, and also at some point on my actual birthday I felt a bit down because I had a good day. I spent the day with my mom, went to the cinema, we watched some stuff, but in general I had wanted to go on a solo trip. I decided a few years ago that that's what I would do for my 30th birthday, but I didn't actually end up doing that because I'm not working, I don't have the money. So I was kind of down that it just felt like I was at home, which I guess all my birthdays have been me spending my day with my family. And I honestly want to do something that's not that. I want to like go somewhere or have a partner to take me somewhere, or have like a bigger group of friends for us to hang out together. But without it being like a super sad story, I don't have any of those things. But that's why I'm hoping that in my 30s, when I do find work, I do want to do more in-person hobbies. Obviously my colleagues at work might be nice. I could eventually make more new friends that way. I want to be more intentional with dating. Yeah, my dating experience has not been great. I've only been on dates with guys. Growing up, okay, let me just stand here. Just gonna stand out of the way for the cyclist. So I've only been on dates with guys. Growing up, I only had attention from my older men when I was a teenager, which was very gross. They were very pervy and would catcall me, follow me. I have lots of interesting stories with unwanted attention, let's say that. But I started dating in my 20s, and it was mainly like because of dating apps. That's the only time I was able to like meet up with people, have some experience, you know, going on dates. So my dates have all been very bland. I haven't had many experiences that have been great. I haven't had any long-term relationships. So I feel like I'm quite behind in that area. And also like in terms of me dating, when I'm more intentional, I'm sure I'll be getting a lot of judgments because I don't have lots of experience in the relationship department. But that's honestly not really my fault. A lot of people who I liked growing up didn't like me back. Again, I only got attention from older guys, so I didn't really have many options. So I got used to being by myself from quite an early age. I'm very independent. I've always kind of just been comfortable with being alone because I've been used to that. So when I am more intentional, it's going to be when I have money. Because I went on a few dates last year, obviously not working, not knowing what my career direction was, and I just didn't like really talking about myself because I because I'm not where I want to be. I didn't like telling people, oh, I'm, you know, figuring it out. I'm still trying to decide what I want to do. I'm still trying to find work. I haven't found any work yet. Because, yeah, I don't know about anyone else, but I want to be more stable before I like commit to like trying to date and then finding a partner. I know you don't have to do that. You can meet someone on your journey, and you can be wherever you're at in life, and they can help you and elevate you. That's just not my current circumstance. I don't want to focus on dating and like being unsure of what I'm doing. I want to have at least a stable job first. So that's my plan anyway. The dates weren't that great. All my experiences dating have been like people mainly been interested in me, I guess because of how I look, rather than like actually them caring about who I am as a person and wanting to know me on a deeper level. That just hasn't been my experience yet. And because I'm very self-aware and I'm very introspective, I wanted someone else who's just as like interested in like learning about themselves or learning about the partner as I am. So maybe in the future that will happen. It hasn't happened right now, but I'm not stressed over there. One of the reasons I was quite sad yesterday, it was just the realization not only that I'm not where I want to be in life, but again, like I mentioned before, I have quite a small social circle. So I don't know, it's gonna sound so lame and so sad, but I got like a few messages from friends and stuff, but it just kind of made me realize that I really want to have a bigger group of people. So it's not even just to hang out with and spend time with on my birthday, but more so like when I go through things, I end up just keeping it to myself because I don't always want to burden my friends with what I'm going through or what I'm feeling. And if I have like more people that I'm close to or a bigger group of friends, I can like not have to go through things alone. Yeah, that's not necessarily like a friend's like fault. It's more so me just wanting to only show up as my best self to everybody. There's a boat now that's coming here live. Okay, so that's something that I need to kind of work on myself as well. But one of my friends like didn't message me, and I think it's because they forgot, which is totally, you know, fine. Things happen, people get busy, people are living their own lives, which I want them to. Yeah, I want everybody to thrive and succeed and to do what they want to do. But yeah, if I'm being honest, thank goodness, let's go this way. There's people. This is nice. I have no idea where I am. I might walk too far. It's actually quite nice. I feel like I can finally be alone. I really wish I knew where I was. I can check on my map. I can go back that way. As I mentioned before, I don't have a close social circle, which I want to improve as I get older, because I don't want to end up just like being completely isolated from everybody forever. But one of my friends didn't message me, which is totally fine. Everybody's busy, everyone has their own things going on. I totally understand that. But I'm not gonna lie, it did make me feel a bit sad because I just felt like, I don't know, maybe I didn't remember, which means maybe I'm not that important, but I don't know. Maybe that's like a selfish thing to think, but it's made me feel a little bit sad, like, oh, they didn't remember it was my birthday to message me. And that's gonna change in the future when I have a bigger group. In my experiences, I've met a lot of people, but I haven't always like been friends with them long term, just because we won't stay in contact. I end up like entertaining people, making them laugh and stuff, but people don't always want to like see that develop into like a long-term friendship. My friend not messaging me was sad, but also it made me reflect even further on like my life on a wider scale in terms of like connections with people, because there's not a lot of people, if I'm being honest, that I can immediately go to if I was to go through something, because we either don't have a close enough relationship for me to feel like I can do that, and also they don't reach out to me either in that kind of like regard of like, oh my gosh, guess what, this happened. And also the friends that I would reach out to and like talk to a lot about things, I don't want to, like I said before, burden them. I don't want to ever be someone who's always burdening somebody else with my problems. I want a friendship where we can talk to each other and have deep conversations and be honest and open, but also like have lots of fun, going out, talking about random stuff, not always being very serious. But as I get older, like the deeper connection that I kind of crave hasn't been like fulfilled by multiple people. I'm not saying it hasn't been fulfilled at all, but it hasn't been fulfilled by multiple people in the ways that I would like to, hence why I want to have a bigger social circle. But yeah, I kind of have realized that me working on my goals and doing all these things and being very productive and being like very ambitious and driven, that's great, but it's only going to be so interesting to continue doing all that stuff alone, which also is why in my 30s, like, it's very important for me to build up those connections in friendships and in dating now more than ever. I want to be 40 and still being alone, or 50 or 60, do you know what I mean? So that's how I felt, and that's what it is. We're gonna do better. Part of my ambition and drive comes from me wanting to make something out of myself and have the life that I want, which I know takes work and takes persistence, and I can't just like be crying about the life that I want and not doing anything about it. I have to keep going. And yeah, I don't want to be someone who like makes excuses for themselves. I always want to try and do what I can to succeed. You can't have a balance of everything in life. Sometimes you'll be more ambitious, sometimes you're going to feel more lazy, sometimes you're going to feel more sad. You know what I mean? Everything's a yo-yo in life. Currently I'm at the driven phase, so that I have nothing else but to be ambitious and to be driven, to do the things that I want to do. No one else is going to like push me to succeed or to drive or to get up every day and, you know, keep applying for jobs or start reaching out to companies, or no one's going to do that stuff except for me, because it's my life at the end of the day, and I refuse to just sit down and be idle. That's one thing I ain't gonna do. So that's why it's really important that I made this video, because I'm officially 30, man. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm officially 30, and hopefully in a year from now when I look back at this video or any of the other videos I'm going to do this year, hopefully I have a lot more things figured out and I'm where I want to be, and I can look back and say, wow, I finally have like these things figured out, or these things that I've achieved in life, and I no longer feel stuck or feel behind or feel this kind of pressure. There is no being behind in life really, because everyone's trying to figure things out. People get older and older and they still are figuring things out. So for me to have it all sorted out by now is like unrealistic. Even people who like have houses and have their partner, have their children, have their career, at some point some people might want to change careers or might not be happy in their relationship. There are always like, just because you have things ticked off on like a list, it doesn't mean that it's going to solve your internal compass. You are still always going to be working towards something. Every interview that I watch, every person that I kind of talk to, people are still figuring things out, and there's always like a new goalpost to reach. I don't think you ever really achieve everything that you want to achieve. You just die. But yeah, life is short. Losing my nan, who left us, I'd say in 2021, has been like one of the hardest things I've ever had to go through, if not the hardest. And that's definitely been a big reason why even me now, like not being where I want to be, it doesn't matter. I know that I'll eventually get where I want to be, because I'm not gonna cry. It's important, okay? While we're here, we have to do what we can. Don't cry. While we're here, we have to do what we can to succeed and have a good time in life. And it's all about trying to figure out what our purpose is. Like, we grow up having these dreams, we grow up living life in like the most, like with so much wonder as children, and over time life bogs us down as we get older, and we're forced to like think about careers, study to get where we want to go, and follow all these like traditional paths. Also, it depends on what your parents tell you, what you tell yourself, but everything does kind of come down to mindset. if you want to change your life, which I'm in the process of doing, you have to have a better mindset. Not even like the perfect mindset or the right mindset. You just need to believe that you can do something before you can actually work on doing it. Like, for example, I truly do believe that I can have an amazing life. I know that I'm a nice person. I know that I'm funny. I've always like known that I was funny from a young age. Doesn't necessarily mean I want to do comedy, because I don't. But I've always known that I have like a creative kindred spirit. I've always been someone who's been super creative, super excited about life and colors and visuals, and yeah, all these things that I'm kind of coming back to now. With these videos, I'm still going to be editing, because I used to edit when I was younger. I obviously wanted to become a full-time editor. I used to design things. I'm now going back to designing. I used to try and write short stories. I'm now thinking about writing a screenplay in the future. Like, all these things that we want to do / things that we used to do when we were younger, that is what we're supposed to do in life. Not everybody has this, but a lot of people do know what they want to be when they're a very young age, and before they're bogged down by society and by things that we're kind of told in terms of what we should do, we should aim for what's realistic. Before we have all these limiting beliefs placed on us, we all kind of know what we actually want to do. For me, it was like being an editor. It was also being a singer. It was also being an actress. It was all things creative, if I'm being honest. While I don't currently have like one designated path, I do have lots of things I want to try, and I am going to give myself permission to try and to fail as many times as needed to figure out, guess what I truly want to do in life. I would love to do YouTube, showcase my journey, which is what I'm planning to do. Maybe one day I can make a little bit of dinero from there, but honestly, just to have a document of my life would be so much fun, and it would be so valuable to hear like how I talk about myself, how I talk about my plans, and how I talk about my future hopes and dreams. And if I can then eventually do those and then look back at these videos and see what I've done, that would be so cool. So that's my main reason that I'm filming myself doing a whole bunch of stuff, or at least saying all the things that I want to do, is because I want to have a document of my life in my 30s, because it's going to be so cool. Like, if you want to do that and you want to film yourself, you want to show yourself doing a whole bunch of things, go for it, man. Like, just go for it, because we're not going to get this chance again. Like, I'm never going to be 30 after this year. I'm never going to be 30 like ever again. I'm never going to be 29 again, 28. So just film yourself if you want to film yourself. Do what you want to do. Like, I wanted to start YouTube for quite a few years, and I was always too scared. I didn't know what I wanted to say, what my videos would be about. Even now, there's lots of like different videos on how to become a YouTuber, how to build up your network, how to like have this strategy, how to offer great value. And it's like, in order for me to continue doing this, I need to shut off everyone else's kind of ideas or views on what it takes to like make good videos and just make them myself. Like, I know how to edit. Filmmaking is a big part of my life. It's not just me picking up a camera and like having no idea what to do and needing to like learn all these things from scratch. Like, I've been filmmaking in university, growing up. Like, I've been filmmaking. I've been doing this for a long time. So what the hell is over here? Yeah, I just need to have more faith in myself that I can, let's go this way, I can do what I say I want to do, really. But I've been doing this. I just haven't been having a public platform. But I honestly feel like having more people see these videos, if anyone ever does, hopefully it can help inspire you to do what you want to do at any stage of your life, however old you are, whatever things you have going on. Do what you truly want to do. Start small, try and be consistent with it. Do whatever it is, because you never know where you're going to end up. Like, no one knows. So ooh, I might take a picture of the wall. That'd be cool. Might be weird, I don't know. I know I've kind of rambled on. I don't really know half the points that I've been talking about. I don't know how I'm going to get back. I think I've walked too far. but it's all okay. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna have, even though my 30s might not have started in an amazing, crazy, exciting way of like a big birthday bash and oh my god, everything's gonna be incredible. Like that didn't happen, but I am very grateful for the day that I had, and I'm also grateful for the things that I want to do to make the rest of my 30s better and more interesting and more exciting. And that does start from today. It starts from like right now, me making these videos, me being consistent with my creativity, me having more faith in myself, me believing in myself. I want to continue to have time for reflections and continue journaling, continue focusing on myself, as well as working out to focus on my body and my physical health, as well as just going for walks to clear my mind. You know what I mean? All these things that I'm kind of doing. If you don't have any time for yourself as part of your week or as part of your month, your life then just becomes about work, and it becomes about working to live. And is that right? Working to live? No, living to work. Whichever one the bad one is. So if you have enjoyed watching this video and have stuck with me until the very end, I appreciate you so much. Like, comment and subscribe. It's so cringy saying that. Put your comments down below. Have you guys been reflecting on where you want to be in life? Are you also turning 30 soon? Have you achieved all the things that you're meant to have, quote unquote, done by your 30s? Or are you still figuring it out? Have you had any like revelations recently that you want to share? Let me know in the comments how you guys are doing, how your life is turning out so far. This has been quite a deep conversation. I don't even remember what I said, so hopefully some of it resonates with you. Think about where you want to be in life and know that it's okay if you're not there yet, because as long as you have the mindset of making some improvements in your life, making changes, setting more boundaries, whatever the case may be, know that that's all you need to eventually start working towards your goals to change your life, working towards your plan of, advancing yourself in the right ways. All you need to do is have a mindset that inspires change, that inspires you working on yourself, that inspires you knowing that you can get yourself out of situations, knowing that you can get yourself out of places and you don't have to feel stuck. You don't have to remain stuck. This has been a serious life update, but I'm 30 and I'm scared and I'm also excited. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.